Charts with Jim of All Trades. Glad you made it by, guys. I see 30 of you already waiting here. Party time. Yeah, party time. Johnny English, it's always party time. What is going on? How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. We're going to jump into the Bitcoin chart tonight, guys. Beware, urgent warning, Bitcoin and the SP 500 are potentially poised to plummet this week. I'm going to show you why I think that's possibility. I'm going to show you the invalidations. If something else begins to happen, I'll show you what would invalidate my ideas, and we'll look at that, guys. So we're going to focus in on Bitcoin compared to the S&P and the DXY as well, and see this perfect storm just kind of brewing here and ready for a dump in crypto and in the major markets of the world. Guys, I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm an Elliott Wave trader. I'm an Elliott Wave analyst. What that means is I take this theory called Elliott Wave theory that this guy came up with back in the early 1900s. Last name is Elliott. I forget the guy's first name. Anyway, and he studied patterns in the market of fives and threes, basically put them together, identified structures that repeatedly come out of those fives and threes, and from those structures, and I'm just simplifying it a little bit, but basically from those structures you can kind of determine where the market might be heading based on those structures, at least directionally. Directionally you can understand it, as well as potential targets with the relationships, especially with the Fibonacci's. So with that said, let's jump into the markets. Again, not financial advice, just my take on the market. Welcome. Let me take a minute to say hi to everybody. Gabriel, what's going on? Man, good to see you. First guy here. And thanks for all the likes, guys. There's 41 of you here. Let me see those likes just ramp up really quick. Take a minute, hit the like button. Let YouTube know this is an awesome video so they recommend it to other people, okay? Hit the like button real quick if you don't mind. That'd be sweet. What's up, Ken? Good to see you, Ken Michael. I dominated the air in my chips bag. Did you dominate the chips? That's the question, my man. That is the question, guys. I love funny YouTube screen names. So that's the top. That's the number two. D Shizzle takes the cake though. D Shizzle, wherever he is. What's up, JS and Johnny English? What's going on? Seth, my friend, good to see you, man. Thank you for being here, buddy. Let's see. AOL, there you are. What's up, man? Simon G. And Lee, what's up? Side hustle. You got a side hustle? I made you a fortune? Well, praise God. Why don't you send me just a little tip? I've got... I'll take just a little thank you in Litecoin or Bitcoin, whatever you prefer. There's some there's some links in my in my description. Trim of all jades. What's up, Ryan? What are you trying to say, man? What are you trying to say? Do I need to trim down a little bit? What's that mean, man? What's that mean? Waves of glory, awakenings. What's up? What's up? Hi, Keith. There's Keith M. Good to see you. JS, I think I said hi. Heather, good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for your kind comment this week on my channel. Appreciate that. Virginia, always nice to see you as well. Good to see you. Faithful watcher every week. What's up, Edward Park? How's it going, man? Charles and Diego, good to see y'all. I'm starting to, I'll be here for probably an hour saying hi to everybody individually. I want to. That's my personality. But let me jump into the... if the quality's blurry, guys, just go down to the settings wheel and change it. The settings wheel at the bottom right, the little wheel at the bottom of the corner, it'll fix that. Guys, you know what? I need to grab my my glasses here just a second. I don't have my glasses. Hey, Grace, could you track down my glasses, please? You're awesome. Thank you. Hey, Ruben. And Jordan, what's up? Waves of glory. I don't tell people when to sell or when to buy. I don't give that kind of financial advice. I will tell you that I believe the market is getting ready to tank. I'll show you what I'm seeing. You'll have to make that decision yourself. Thanks. I can't tell you what to do, and my TA. Hey, Grace, can you grab my other pair, please? Just take a peek around for me. These are dirty as sin. Hola, Jose Manuel. Korea. I don't know. Big John. David Joseph. What's hola, man? Hola. Good to see y'all. What's up, Aiken? Didn't get to say hi to you. Charles? You're in Maine. I was born in New Hampshire, man. Not far from you. Born in where was I born? I was born in Laconia, New Hampshire. My dad was a pastor at the time, starting a little church up there back in 1975. Grew up in Chesapeake, Virginia. That's where I'm from, and I now live in the state of Missouri, or Missouri, however you like to say it. All right, it's time to jump in, guys. I'm going to start ignoring the chat for a bit. So welcome. Glad you came in. Let's look at the market and see what it's doing. Okay. Where do we go from here? Where do we start? Good Spanish. My Spanish is horrible because I've never taken Spanish. I took French. J'ai pris français à l'école. What's up, Chemo Zabe? Now we can start because Chemo's here. Chino. say hi to damn it. Is that, did I miss that? Did I miss that person? If I did, is that somebody's username? Because I missed it. It's not showing up. Chino. Don't get me started, man. I'll keep going for a minute, and you'll never get the TA. All right. I will ask guys, keep it relatively clean. Keep it relatively clean, please. Try to honor God with our speech. But that's funny. I missed if there's somebody. Oh, I thought there was somebody I missed that I didn't say hi. PG-13. Yeah, Chuck, that's probably appropriate. PG-13. Stay away from the F-bomb, please. All right, guys, let's get going. Guys, I think a big move to the downside is coming, but there are other counts here. But I shared a video earlier in the week talking about the fractals that Bitcoin makes. I want to review that here in this chart just for a moment. Then I'm going to show you the small time frame chart that I'm looking at here and where it might be heading. So let's jump in here. On Bitcoin, if we go back let me go back on the daily chart just to the COVID dump, for instance. Okay. I'm not the person to ask right now. They're in the fridge. Back 6-hour chart is good. Just want to kind of show you what the market did way back here. Okay, we had excuse me, a couple ways to look at it here. There we go. We had an initial. This is the COVID dump. Okay, and let me just kind of show you. So we had an initial dump right here, and then we had a 3-wave pullback. Okay, and then we got another 5-wave move with a larger 3-wave pullback. In other words, this actually was a 5-wave move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there with a 3-wave pullback right there. Okay, that's the way the dump started. It started with a 1 and a 2. The next move after that 1, 2, you got another impulse down that created another impulse to a correction to the upside, which was followed by a major move to the downside. All right. So that, what we call that in the world of Elliott, is that's what we call a 1, 2, 1, 2. In other words, the second 1, 2 are the subwaves of the larger third wave count. Okay, if we go to a little bit bigger time frame to see the whole picture, you'll notice that the count goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all this was the beginning of the new run up. But you'll see here, I guess what I want to show you is that began with a 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, as that was being made, when we pull the fibs on that first one, you'll notice we come to the 1-to-1 extension on the second wave. In other words, it kind of resembles an A, B, C, a three-wave move to the downside that should be followed with an upside move. But we didn't get the upside move. You might have thought at the time this was simply a three-wave pullback, okay, of this larger wave, okay. But that's what a 1, 2, 1, 2 looks like in the scheme of a large wave. Now, let me take you to present tense. What we got here is we got our first impulse wave right here, 5 waves down. And we got 3 waves to the upside. Now, I could count this as 5 and I can count it as 3, but I'm inclined to count it as 5 right now, but it could be a 3, doesn't matter. It's probably most likely a 5-wave move. An initial 5 waves that can be counted 1, 2, 3, there's 4, there's 5. Done deal. Now, what do we get after that? We got a 3-wave pullback. Now, what's going on right here? Well, let's look at it a little smaller time frame. 4-hour chart. Make it a little bit bigger. We got a 5-wave move down with a 3-wave pullback. 3-wave pullback came to the 1-to-1 extension. We called this and ready for the dump there. We got another 5-wave move down, and we got another 3-wave pullback. Oh, this is where it gets a little dicey here. But basically, we have on our chart either, come on, Jim, either an A, B, C wave, okay, just like I shared with you here, A, B, C, or this is a 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, the difference between this 1, 2, 1, 2, which I found interesting, is that the retrace of this wave came just past the 50, didn't quite make the golden zone. Okay. When I look at the retrace of the second wave here, just past the 50, didn't quite make the golden zone. Either way, got 2 3-wave pullbacks. Now, what's this stuff? Yeah, sorry, that's part of life. Angry Axie. That's just welcome to my house, man, and that's part of my channel. hope you enjoy the family. They said we can hear the wife doing dishes.
Sorry, I'm also
We're gonna pop more popcorn too, so don't mind us. I'm in my sunroom right now, and this was an addition off the back of the house. There's an old window where the kitchen used to be. Well, the kitchen is, but there's a window where the kitchen sink was, and it's now just a pass through, and that's that right there. So anyway, yeah, this is my home. Welcome to my home, guys. Part of the channel. I hope it's part of the charm, for sure. So anyway, if my wife wasn't feeling so bad, she'd probably come in and say hi. What was I saying? Okay, so now what we're getting here, show you. It's not very clean. The kitchen's not very clean, so no. Just use your imagination. So what do we have here? Let's zoom in now and take a peek. Actually, Kunai or Kunal Patel, whatever your name is, however I say it. That's exactly what we're getting here, by the way. But to be honest with you, the COVID dump was in the charts. I called it before it happened. It was in the charts. The move to the downside was already in the charts. Okay. Now I didn't know how deep it was going to go, but the move was there. Okay. As an Elliott Wave theorist, we believe that everything is baked into the charts. That everything is planned out before it happens by the powers that be of this world. Now, not everyone believes that, but I personally operate that way. The financial system of this world is planned out. The Fed and the central banks run the world. They have the money. They're moving the markets, and they move it whichever way they want to move it. A guy's channel, if you want to check it out, is Crypto Teacher. Anyway, he's got a pretty decent channel and talks about those things. I didn't learn what I learned from him. He's just a guy that talks about those things. I don't talk a lot about those things. But anyway, we believe that the moves are already baked into the chart, that we can actually see where the market's heading based on market structure, and they're already there. What's up, Alfredo, Tristan? Tristan, Alfredo, what's up, man? So anyway, with that said, let me keep rocking. I'm going to make the case here about the SP 500. The SP 500 is about to tank, guys, and it could tank tomorrow. Tomorrow could be just a bloody day, like that. No, that's exactly right, Kunai. They tell the news. That's exactly right. What was the guy's name, guys? Let me do a quick Google. He says, "Show me the charts. I'll tell you the news." Show me the charts. I will tell you the news. What's the guy's name? There it is. There's that guy, Bernard Baruch. He says, "Show me the charts. I'll tell you the news." That's a very famous quote from him. He's basically saying the chart lets you know what's going on in the market. Okay, and he was a very, very wealthy businessman way back in the early 1900s. So yeah. With that said, yeah, Waves of Glory. I think there's a large crash coming as far as from a biblical standpoint. This is a seventh year, a Jubilee year. I believe it's a Jubilee year. I think there may be some debate on that issue, but every 7 years, it's part of a 7-year cycle on the Jewish calendar as well. Anyway, so yeah, that's just a famous quote. He says, "I'll tell you what the news is. Just show me what the chart is." So the news, guys, is just the excuse. Okay, it's just the excuse for the market move. So S&P, I'll show you the S&P chart in just a minute, but let me just finish out this Elliott Wave theory. So I'm looking at this, guys, as a 1 2 1 2, and now we've got right here a smaller 1 with a 3-wave pullback, that what we call a flat, and that's a 2-wave, and it's finished. And it's about to go down again. Okay? All right, let's go down to a smaller time frame. I'll show you that as well. Okay, this is what we call a flat. in the market. So we had an impulse to the downside here, okay, and then it was followed by what we call a 335, a flat correction, okay, a 335. That would be labeled as an ABC, where the B wave retraces back 90 to over 100%. It could even surpass it, over 100% of the A wave, okay, and then the C wave goes straight up impulsively, okay, and so that's a flat right there. One of the beautiful things about Elliott Wave, we saw this today, and we're able to trade this last wave to the upside in our elite group. I was sleeping during this, lest I would have seen that as a flat as well, starting down here once we got the impulse back. But anyway, this has come to the 127. We've got 5 waves here. We need the 5th of the 5th here. We've got one more little wave to put in here, guys. And once that last wave is finished up here, guys, we're looking for a big down move to continue this wave. So in other words, we have an impulse wave. Now we have a 3-wave pullback that is all but finished, guys. I mean, it is all but finished. Okay, best I can tell. And then down we go. Okay, and tonight or tomorrow morning, I'm expecting that. Now, who knows if they play this out for a long time, for hours. Tonight, they probably will. They'll probably play this out for several hours, give you a spike, and then boom, down they take it. So that's what I'm planning on. That's what I see in the charts on the small time frame. I think the next move down is going to be beginning tonight and maybe even tomorrow. Okay? All right. So, smaller time frame, just to count this last wave here. Okay, we'll just count the C wave here. We got a 1. Well, come on, let me see if I can get it. Here, there we go. 1, 2, 3. This was a flat. This was also a flat 4, and now we're looking for 5, and it's almost finished. Let's go down to the 2-minute chart. Let's look at this very last wave here. And why are we on the 2-minute chart? Because I want to see when this last wave is going to finish. Okay, so we're going to apply Elliott Wave to the small time frame of this wave. You can see that we got a 5-wave down and a 3-wave pullback right there. It's beautiful. And then we got the 1618. We got a 4th wave. Looks like we're in the 5th of the 5th now. So this is pretty close to being done now, guys. Best I can tell, this is going to be a 1, 2. This is 3. We're getting the 4. I don't know when that's going to finish, and then maybe a 5, something like that. But I usually take profit on the 3rd wave and let the 5th wave play out. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to call that good, take my profit on that trade, sit out for a little bit, let this wave develop, let this wave finish its thing, and then once I get the divergence and everything else I'm looking for, we'll enter in short once I see what I want to see. So I'm personally looking for a short, guys, not giving you financial advice. I'm just disclosing how I trade and what I'm trading. Okay? You do whatever you want to do. That is not telling you what you should do. I lose trades. I win trades. I have good risk management. That's what makes the difference. And when I don't have good risk management, I lose my shirt. Yeah, Edward, please don't mention that channel here again. He and I have, if you guys don't know the history between me and Crypto Savvy, I'm the one reason he actually does any TA. He actually got his beginning TA knowledge from me. And he went off on his own, credit to him, and learned, and he does Wyckoff and measured moves, and he does whatever he does. But he later it became kind of he became competitive, and it became about him versus me, and I just don't operate like that, and eventually we parted ways. So anyway, I would not recommend his channel. No worries, man. No worries. But that's a history a lot of people don't know. That he got his start. He was not a TA believer. He didn't believe in charting at all. I think he talks about Wyckoff, though. At least he has in the past. I don't pay attention to him anymore. But anyway, he got his start with me, but then diverted from me. He became an Elliott Wave hater. because we were learning Elliott Wave at the time. I introduced it to him. I was still learning it at the time. We were part of a Litecoin group. I created my own Litecoin group. The group grew to about 500 or 600 people, and then we anyway, that's the story. Here I am with 8,600 subscribers, and he's got 30 some because he's a moon boy. He was a moon boy, and shilled 38K Bitcoin when he didn't know what he was talking about. I've always been a realist, and not many guys on YouTube like realists. So, yeah. But you guys do, and that's why you're here. So hit the like button, guys. There's 117 of you here. I want to see 117 likes. Yeah, no, he's not. No, he's not. Yeah, I'm gonna remove that comment because number one, there's only one God. Number two, he's not it. All right, back to. So don't bring up that name again. His channel is no good. Thanks, guys. I really strive for realness for sure. Crypto boss, I will let that stand. He's the devil. Bobby Boucher said Crypto Savvy is the devil. Okay, is tonight going to be a? Is tonight? It's true, Seth. All right, love you, man. I'm, I'm getting we're getting way off track. I'm sorry. All right, we got to okay. Ooh, goose fraba. All right. Anyway, hey Ruben, main Elliott books. Main Elliott books out there are going to be the Elliott Wave Principle. Um, that's the key one. The Elliott Wave Principle by Frost and Prechter. A lot of Sunday night impressions. Yeah, I am here. Come kill me. Bitcoin is going down. Okay, there's the first one. So yeah, I did a lot of online resources. What's his name? Philicone is the one who introduced. Way back in 2017, he introduced Elliott Wave to me. I picked up a lot of it watching his videos, but he didn't know full on Elliott Wave properly, even hindsight. But I got a good initial impression from him. Trade Devils was helpful. Following that, and then read a lot of resources on the subject. I practiced and read, and just so a hodgepodge of materials. Okay. What point is this wave invalidated? Well, first off, we got to see this flat finish. Okay, so this flat right here needs to finish, and it really can't. If this wave goes up and breaks this wave right here, then this is not a flat, the best I can tell. So if we break this level right here, the top of this wave, that level is $45,100. Okay. If that level gets broken, my count's no good. Now, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's going to happen. I got a pretty good count right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fifth wave. Looks like a nice short. Um, it looks like a nice short from here, from these areas. Yeah, really fast. I mean, guys, I've got. There's all kinds of resources on the internet. If you'll just Google Elliott Wave flat, if you can just Google it and you can get all the information you need. I don't have time to give you a full class on it tonight, um, but here you go. Three kinds of flats right here, basically, right there. Um, and here's a page. You can come up the three kinds of flats. You got a regular flat, expanded flat, or a running flat. Basically, here it talks about. I don't know if they give the fibs or not. Yep, they give the fibs and the retraces as well. So, but basically, real fast, a flat is a three-wave correction. It's counted as an A, B, and a C, where the B wave retraces a minimum of 90%. Okay, 90% to even over 100%. In other words, the B wave, okay, which is three waves, can retrace and overtake the origin of the A wave, which is not true of a zigzag. Okay, and the count, the subwave count of a flat is a 3, and then a 5. And what happens is basically you get this 3. So here's the way the market plays. Market's coming down. Okay, market's coming down. Now we start getting a correction, and we get a three-wave correction, right? And then all of a sudden this wave starts coming down, and it breaks this bottom, and everybody thinks, continuation. We're continuing. We got a three-wave correction, and now we're going to continue the wave. But what it does is actually it just reverses. It breaks that bottom. It reverses really fast, gives you a really fast wave, comes up and takes out anybody who went short up here, takes out their stops, and then it'll continue down. And that's what a flat. Absolutely, Ryan. That's a well said. The expanded flat is the ultimate liquidity collector because that's what it does. Everybody thinks it's going to continue to the downside, so everybody starts going short anywhere in this wave here, and then boom, it goes up so fast it takes you out, takes your stops, takes your money. Okay, and that's exactly what we have here. Okay, and this is the most common structure in the market is a flat. Okay, right here, it goes up three waves and then down. And so what you have here, the first three-wave move is what we call a WXY. Okay, W, X, and then Y. It's a 3, 3, 3. Okay, you'll notice that if I measure that it measures correctively to the 786 pocket, which is fine. Okay, a little shallow, but it's still fine. Okay, then what do we have next? We had another three waves. Where are they? Well, see this flat. There's two ways to look at this, but you see this flat right here in the middle. So there's 1, 2, and then 3. That's a WXY right there, or it's a flat in and of itself, but looks more like a WXY to me. Okay, it came down to corrective fibs. We had this measured. And right there, boom, came to the 1618. That's perfect. Okay, that's a little extended, but it's perfect. So we got this three-wave move right here. If you were awake to take that long, you could have taken that long. Okay, for a flat, or once it started, impulsing up here, we would have known, hey, this is looking like a flat. And you could take your profit on the short if you were short, because we were short from this one. Take your profit on the flat, and then go ahead. And once the flat's finished, now we need 5 waves in C, and so we're looking for 5 waves to finish in C. So we got a 1, we got a 2, we got 3. We actually have a flat right here as a 4. Okay. And now we're getting 5, okay? But here's a flat in the fourth wave. Let's zoom in just a little bit on the 5-minute time frame, and you'll see a 335, okay? That 335 is beautiful. We got an A wave right there. It's 3 waves. Then we got this big elongated 3-wave B, and then we got a really fast C wave, and that's a flat. And you'll notice that this B wave overtook and went up on the A wave, and so that moved down. Anybody that was going long for continuation got screwed up by this wave that came down. But that's a flat. We saw that and we're like, ooh, that's a flat. And once that flat happened, I went ahead and went long at the bottom of the sucker and just rode it up and just took my profit. Now, why did I take my profit? Well, because I usually take profit on the third. I've been trying to work on taking profit on the third wave. I don't care about the fourth and the fifth wave. I just want to catch that 1 to 3. That's the major portion of the wave. You get a retrace and then one more hit to the high. Once I get that one more hit to the high, I'm looking short. Okay, and that's this is just an Elliott Wave setup that we're looking to play. Now there's other things that they can do after this flat, but the directional move once this wave is finished, the directional move is down. Okay. Okay. Reach and target here. I've got divergence on the chart between the fourth and the fifth wave. That's looking good. All right. I just fired a bullet short. Maybe one wave too early. We'll see. But nevertheless, it's looking close to being finished. Around my target zone, we might get up a little higher. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But I just fire bullets and DCA into my positions for good risk management. I already said the invalidation point's the top of this wave. The invalidation for this being a 1-2 is the top of this wave right up here. That's where the structure breaks down. It would not be. So basically, what I'm expecting is that this is a 1 wave, and this 3-wave pullback is a 2 wave. I'm looking for a 3, 4, 5. That isn't to scale. It's just I'm expecting a big down wave for 3, 4, 5. I'm expecting that to be a big wave. All right. Dragonfly's great. She's been part of my Discord for 3 years now, and she found me way back when I had 1,000, just maybe 1,000 subscribers, something like that, and picked up a lot of Elliott Wave from me. She picked up a lot of Elliott Wave from New Wave traders, Crypto Hippo, and then she's done her own studying, and she's become quite the Elliott Wave analyst. So definitely check out Dragonfly Trading. Her channel's good as well. Okay. All right. Let's keep going now and looking at the higher time frame, and that's a smaller time frame entry for a higher time frame trade. So I'm expecting that one count that we could be getting here is that this could be possibly a 1-2, 1-2. Yeah, guys, you're just gonna have to be patient. Don't crowd the chat with a bunch of questions. I will get the information out, and that's not TUT. But it did remind me that if you come in late, don't just come in and asking questions. Chances are I've already answered a lot of the questions, and I'm in the process of presenting a myriad of information that I have a hard time keeping up with the chat and getting the information out at the same time. So just watch carefully, pick up what you can, rewind, and catch the previous if you missed. All right, because there's so much. I've got so much to still share that I can't do it. But anyway, that's not directed at you completely, T. But you did remind me of that. So I love you, bro, and I didn't mean anything by it. Don't take offense at all. Just make sure that information's coming as fast as I can get it and as organized as I can get it. So ultimately, guys, in the grand scheme of things, here's the big count here. I've got a 5-wave move down. I got a 3-wave pullback here, and I got lots of bearish divergence on this chart from here on BTC higher time frame. I'm gonna have to ignore the chat, guys. I keep looking over there, and I'm gonna have to ignore it. Sorry. So here's the difficulty. This is a scary structure here, but I believe it's pointing to the downside. I do not think it's pointing to the upside. Now, again, if it breaks this top right here, if it breaks that top, then yeah, I'm going to change my tune a little bit. But let me show you what it would be if it breaks that top. If it breaks this top right here, which I just don't anticipate that happening. But if it does, then we'd have to analyze this as some kind of a three-wave move to the upside that should not break this top. And this is the next invalidation point, that if this top gets broken by this wave, then I got to change my tune again. Okay? In other words, I cannot, in good conscience, stay bearish as I am, by the wave structure if this top gets broken. If this top gets broken, then I have to reevaluate this whole thing as something else. Okay, right now I'm looking at it as a 1-2-1-2. Okay, now this 2 is kind of shallow. All right, this might come up here like this. It might do something like that. That's a possibility that could happen. I don't think it's going to happen, but it could happen, I imagine. But man, the wave structure, to be honest with you, does not support that at all. Well, you say, Jim, what about the wave structure? Well, this wave right here is so impulsive to the downside. But I keep having this eerie feeling like that wave right there is just a setup wave. It's a wave that breaks a lot of norms for Elliott Wave, and it's just that kind of wave that screws Elliott Wave traders up. That it just doesn't, it looks like an impulse to the downside with a three-wave pullback, and then it looks like we're going to get continuation. It just, to be honest with you, part of the problem is it looks too good. It looks too good. So anyway, but I feel pretty good as long as this top doesn't get broken. The moment that top gets broken, I got to change my count for this stuff down here. If this top gets broken, I got to change my count for this stuff here. Okay? Confirmation of the short. It goes down from here. It doesn't break this high. It starts impulsing down. You start getting an impulse to the downside, breaking these lows. I know that's simplistic, but that's what will confirm it. We DCA at certain points. We don't just arbitrarily enter in. Okay, regardless of I'm not going to lose this trade. Most likely because of this wave structure. Most likely, where I've entered at the end of a five wave move. Worst case scenario, I get a three-wave pullback and then it continues up to the upside like that. If that's the case, if I get something like that, that's okay. And I will just cut it at break even. But where I've DCA'd with all the signs of a good trade. This is when I'm going to stop out. And I don't just keep adding to a losing trade. Basically, the only reason I DCA'd here, guys, I don't have time to teach you all my trading strategies on Sunday night. I just don't have time to do it. You got to come into the Discord and learn it. Okay, that's what the Discord's for. I'd love to have you guys, and I spend a lot of time talking about these things. Okay, and you can get all the videos that I have explaining my strategy and how and why, and come on in. There's a lots to learn. If you're part of the Discord and you're here, share comments about your feedback of the Discord, what you love about the Discord, what you found helpful. And you might testify to those people thinking about coming to the Discord. Is it worth the money? Is it expensive? Do you think the videos are adequate where you learn? Are the Discord lives worth it? Things like that. Okay? Yeah, I keep looking at the comments. Thanks, D-Tech. All right. Anyway, so 5 waves up. Looking for this to finish. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, or this could be 1, 2, 3, get a 4, and then a 5. Again, I don't want to see, for this particular entry, I don't want to see this top taken out. Let's look at the SPX. Let me show you what I'm seeing there and what scares me about the SPX. All right, so this is the 30-minute chart on the SP500. I'm ignoring all questions in the chat for now. Sorry, guys. I got to get some information out so this doesn't drag on forever. And like I said, I'm not going to disclose all my trading strategy. Come on to the Discord. Love to have you. If you want to throw a $20 super chat up with a question like that, specific questions, go for it. I'll answer it. But that's half of a month of being part of the Discord. So, come on in. I'd love to have you. It's worth it. All right. So looking at the SPX. Hold on a second. My children are arguing in the back. Okay. Sorry about that. ETH almost broke the high. Let's take a peek at ETH for a second. That's a good thing to look at. Yeah, if that breaks the high, that's going to be, it's fine if it does, but what that's going to mean here, guys, is that we have a really trashy wave right here. Okay, if ETH breaks this high, we have this is a trash wave. Okay, because this wave extension on this flat came down to the 3618 extension, which is super rare. Okay, super rare. This is a beautiful example of a flat right here. It's come up to the 1618. It's got a clear 5 waves in C. We got a 3, a 3, and a 5. It's beautiful. So this might be the end. This might be the entry point right here. It may not be either. So we'll see. But I've got divergence here on the 30-minute. As long as I get some downward movement, and I don't come on. Okay. So if this top gets broken, from an Elliott standpoint, then my count isn't going to be. My count cannot be a 1-2 to the downside. However, that doesn't invalidate the downside altogether. It just means that my current count of this being 1 to the downside, 2 to the upside, and then we get 3 is not going to happen. Okay, more than likely, it'll create a bit of a higher high. It might go up to the 2618 extension, and this could be basically a 3-wave move to the upside that doesn't break the upper high. So I pull that. No, that wasn't a quadruple bottom, and it wasn't hecka bullish at all. The market is not bullish right now. No. And Elliott Wave traders don't look at bottoms like that. I readily admit the market can go up if it wants to go up, but the way I'm looking at it right now, I've got to invalidate this downside first. Okay, but this wave could indeed come up here. No problem. Again, for this count, I don't want it to see it break this high. Okay, so I don't want to see this high broken. That would be bad for a bullish count. Which is fine, I suppose. It's just I'm just going to have to switch bullish, and I'll probably switch bullish along the way. Um, but this is a 1-2 and a 1-2, and then down we go. Okay, so whether it comes down from here or comes down from up here, either way works. Great word, dubious, Bob Jones. Great word. Hey, Kunai, thanks so much. You have a question? My pleasure, buddy. And I say Kunai, but it's Kunal. Kunal. I hope I'm saying it right. Um, so Test. The question is, am I consistent? The question is the information that I give you. You're not coming into my group to copy my trades, and if you are, then my group's not for you. Okay. Um, the question is, are you can you manage your psychology, or can you learn to manage your psychology? Do I have a consistent strategy? Absolutely. Is my strategy consistent? Absolutely. Is what I teach good risk management and consistent? Absolutely. But the problem is you, not me. Okay, so it doesn't have anything to do with me as a trader, and I'm not here to sell you in my Discord. I don't, I'm here to share the information and have fun on YouTube. And if you guys want to learn, help protect people from losing their money with a good solid system. But my system's not for everybody, because Elliott Wave trading is very, very difficult to learn. But it's worth the time and energy you put into learning it. After about 3 to 6 months of learning it, you really start to get you really start to get yeah, whatever. You really start. What was I saying? Oh, after about 3 to 6 months, you really start to get understanding. Um, what you're doing as far as Elliott Wave and risk management, but you'll find that the big problem to trading is your psychology and your risk management. That's why you're going to lose. Every trading system, give me a 50% accurate trading system. Okay. Um, Give me a 50% strategy. It works half the time. As long as you apply good risk management and good psychology, you can win with you can make money. Um, with this strategy. So anyway, yeah, but it doesn't really matter what I'm doing, and how well I manage my psychology, and how well I manage my risk, and whether I win or lose a lot or whatever. I'm a full-time trader, so and I teach people how to trade on a Discord, and I give my heart and soul to that. So you come on in, but it's just the wrong question. The right question is, do I have a strategy that wins consistently? Yes. How consistently? I mean, I don't know. I've never measured it. S&P. Thank you. Let's get back to S&P. All right. On the S&P, I'm looking at. Let's just look at the. I don't know why I'm getting this. Let me reload it. There we go. The S&P 500, I'm seeing here on the 12-hour chart like this. Some kind of a 1-2 right here. Okay. See, this is the top of 3, and this is expanded flat 4th wave. Okay. And all this is a 5th wave. Now, either the 5th wave of the 5th is in, or we've got one more leg to the upside. Okay. Now this may make or break the timing of what I'm looking at. But let me show you this. If I draw those trend lines right there, we have broken out. We've broken out of the structure. On the monthly chart, weekly chart, we have major divergence. You'll notice here the upward trend while we're getting the downward trend. We have broken, if you draw this trend line here on the RSI there, had kind of a wedge working. We've broken out to the downside. We've retested it. Okay. Now we either have one more hit to the high or this is coming down. The monthly chart. Let me zoom in here. We've broken out of the trend here to the downside. The moment this breaks the moving average on the monthly, that's going to be bad news. Okay, of course that's going to confirm the bad news. All right, now looking at small time frame. There's probably some truth to that. Sometimes I get a little overconfident and over risk my account. When I practice what I preach, I trade amazingly. There's some truth to that for sure. Okay, I don't know if that's the best way to say it, but there's some truth. Back in April, I took $250 and turned it into $9,000 in a week and a half. Um, I then made some. I got greedy and started over leveraging my account, and I lost it, and then I did it again, and I got greedy again. I've been working personally on my greed and my take profit. That's the missing piece to my personal trading. If you want to know the truth, I share this with my group all the time. That I struggle with greed and taking profit, right? So once I get that personally under control, then I'll be a fine. I'll be very consistent as a trader, I should say. But that's my personal qualm if as I'm dealing with my own psychology, right? But I'm aware of it. It's just a matter of controlling it. It's another story in the middle of trades and whatnot. So anyway, still working on that piece of it. And again, take or leave the Discord. There's a lot of value there, regardless. I'm very good at reading charts. Very good at just like I said, the strategy I've developed. If someone follows it with good psychology and good risk management, you'll do very very well. Okay. Anyway, that's not overstating or overselling anything. And I don't promise the moon to anybody. I promise a good education and a great environment in the Discord. So anyway, all right. So looking at the S&P here, we've broken down. We've broken down out of this. Now we may get one more high. This may want to adjust this trend line a little bit, but I don't think so. I'm not inclined to see that. But anyway, looking at the smaller time frame here, I want to look at this wave right here. So it looks like we've got an impulse wave here, okay, to the downside. One might argue it's three waves. I think it's an impulse wave. Now, what's interesting about this wave to the upside is I have a triangle here. Lammy, what's up? Indeed. We have a triangle right here. And this is an A and a B, looking for C to finish. Now C might have one more high, but once that's done, it's a retest of this upward trend line, and I think we're poised for a big move to the downside on the S&P. Now, if the S&P dumps, Bitcoin's going to dump with it. Okay, um, man, I'm starting to wonder if ETH is going to break that high or not. It looks like it wants to. Yeah, ETH wants to break that high. It's not. That's not a deal breaker. It just changes my count a bit. Just changes the count a bit. Still okay. Just looking at this wave, guys. Give me a minute. Yeah, they're testing that top, but I don't know if they're going to hit it. I don't know if they're going to take it out or not. Looks like an ending diagonal, guys. It's a great example of an ending diagonal right there. That's really good. So if that's an ending diagonal, that means that's the end of the wave, guys. That's the fifth wave. It's done. It's complete. We got a one. Let's say the one's here. We got a two, three, four, and then an ending diagonal fifth. That's a possible count, maybe. If it breaks to the upside, that's not correct. But ending diagonal looks like one, two, three, four, five. If it breaks down to the downside like we expect it to out of an ending diagonal, that's fantastic. Um, I don't have a bull count, Mr. Killashade, because the bear signals are too strong. I don't have a bull count. Now, if you guys want a futile exercise here, um, what is the bull count? For let's see, let's do BTC. Kevin, so true, so true. It just looks so bearish to me. It looks like it's about to turn and about to fall off a cliff, like any second. It just with before midnight tonight, looks like it's just gonna fall off a cliff. Let me look at ADA for a minute. Ooh, ADA. There may be some more upside to go. So this is my count for ADA right now. Now this is a possibility, guys. We may have some more up to go for sure, but we'll see. I was hoping ADA would be a little bit farther along here. This is my count for ADA to the upside. We had an impulse to the downside. I was looking for three waves to the upside there, and then down we go. We haven't finished getting to the 1-to-1, so we're not high enough yet on ADA. So I wonder if Bitcoin's going to go sideways for a little bit. I wonder if Bitcoin is going to go sideways just a little bit. Making a fourth wave here. Possibility. Yeah, it looks about right. If it breaks, like I said, if it breaks to the upside, then that's not a diagonal. Yeah, there's some truth in that. Elman came in. There's some truth in that. Yeah, perspective changer, flats. That's the number one. That's the number one structure in the market. Number one. Take a peek at XRP real fast. Yeah, we got a nice flat for XRP. It looks about finished. Look, that looks done. Looks like it's an extended fifth wave. XRP looks good for down. Again, it might have the fourth and the fifth of the fifth, of the C wave. This is the C wave. It may have the fourth and the fifth to get up here before it comes down. So maybe some more down up yet. All right, let me entertain a a bull count with you. All right, I'm just going to entertain it. I don't believe this count, guys. I'll just say that on the out. I don't have a lot of faith in this count at all, especially considering the hidden bearish divergence I'm seeing on the 4-hour chart here. It's pretty strong there. The hidden bear on the 2-hour and the 1-hour, pretty strong. There's hidden bear there. 30-minute is gorgeous. Where's the hidden bear? It's right here. Boom, boom. Okay. As long as this gives me a turnaround here, it's going to be good for the downside. But this is looking very bullish to the non-Elliott waiver. Okay, the non-Elliott waiver says, "Ooh, that's bullish." Okay, it might just get a three-way pullback and then up they go. Right? It's very bullish to the non-Elliott waiver. But to the Elliott wave guy, he's looking at that as a flat. He's like, "Ooh, that looks bearish." So I don't know what the plan is there. But are they gonna kill the Elliott waivers or the non-Elliott waivers? Whose one are they going after? Bullish count. This is some kind of three-wave move. A, B, and a C right there. It's about complete. It's done. It's about done. And it's correcting this wave here. That this was some kind of an A, B, C that finished down here or here. Okay? And that the Ultra Moon Boy count ignores this wave right here and says this is the beginning right here. And all of this, the Ultra Moon Boy count says that's a 1 and that's a 2. Which means we go up 3, 4, 5. The Ultra Moon Boy count gets you to 100K. There's the Ultra Moon Boy count. And if you want to believe that, trade it all day long. There it is. Go be bullish. Yeah. Hey, Kimbo, what's up? Now, that can get more complex. In other words, we could get some kind of a three-wave move and then another one down, and so it becomes a WXY, which then comes up. And so that might be some bearishness that we see in the market. It's a possibility. Sorry, just looking. So there's some moon boy counts for you. So what else could it be? Another possibility here is indeed that this is indeed a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's coming down, and it's gonna reach down to 25 to 17K. Okay. And once it gets down there, that's a three-way pullback on the larger scale that's needed. Okay. And once that finishes, guys, then we could have, and who knows how long it's going to take, maybe to the end of the year, right? But then we could have the beginning of the Moon Boy move to the upside, the big bull run that you really want to see. And that's kind of my belief system. I think that's the way the market's going to play out. That everybody's expecting for this to go up to 100K now. And the market usually goes where you expect it to go, just in a way you don't expect it. And so this could be just a big old zigzag off the top, and it takes you down to 17K, 16K, gets you down even to 7K. I don't know if it'll go that low or not, but you know, if the S&P tanks and if the world markets tank and this thing, and we got a black swan events that are coming. We got COVID 2.0. We got all this stuff happening right now. We could dump between now and the end of the year, and then start having a recovery that actually takes us, out and beyond. Some kind of a recovery that takes us to new highs. Okay, so that's a possibility. Especially if the new world order is going to be all about blockchain and crypto, the markets are going to crash. People are going to put their money into fiat because the dollar is going to go up. Looking at the DXY chart, okay? Looking at the DXY chart is poised to finish a three-wave move to the upside, okay? I'm looking for this move right here anytime now. I'm looking for a move up to about 96. And I'm looking at this as an A, B, and a C right there. I'm looking for that to play. Okay? Now, it may not play quite like that. It may play more like a WXY. In other words, we got a three-wave there. That could be a three-wave, and then we get another three-wave. In other words, we might get a dump of the dollar first before we get that move to the upside. So if this happens, we're going to get a pump in Bitcoin, okay? But if the dollar pumps, then we're going to get a dump in Bitcoin first. Either way, this might, I don't know how it's going to play. Is it going to come down first and then up, or is it just going to start working its way up from here? But if it starts working its way up from here, then Bitcoin and all the markets are going to be tanking along with that. And so, in other words, we're going to be coming down. And it's going to work, and then as the dollar works its way up, Bitcoin's going to work its way down, and the S&P is going to work its way down as well. Okay, let me go to a larger chart here. Say, how deep could the S&P go? Guys, we're talking something like that. Big. All right? 25-50% correction. You could get all the way back down here. It may take a while. It may do this in waves. But what may happen is if the DXY starts pumping, the world markets are going to dump. Okay? But once that's finished, there might be a move by the world powers to shift from fiat over to digital currencies. In other words, next year, guys, China is rolling out. That's right, Andrew. China's rolling out the digital yuan next year at the Olympics, at the Winter Olympics. Our own government, our own Fed has the digital dollar they're working on right now, and the plan is to move the world to a digital currency. Okay, and once we move over to digital, cash is going to go away. So the dollar, as we know it's going to tank. And what are people going to have to do? They're going to have to shift their money from the fiat dollar, the DXY, to the digital dollar. Okay, and so what do you think is going to happen when everybody's transferring their money over from cash or fiat DXY? Well, the DXY is going to tank, while digital is probably going to skyrocket, and that's probably, guys, when Bitcoin is going to moon. So when moon, we're probably going to have a dump first. Okay, everybody's gonna go to cash, and then from cash they'll be able to go over to the digital world. And that's probably the way they're planning on moving the market. And that's probably the way they're going to move this thing. So, guys, I am expecting this down move back down to the 20K range. Okay, that's where I am in my thinking right now, and I think we're in a wave. We're about to get the next wave of it. That's going to start going pretty deep, and it could happen this week. It could happen tonight or tomorrow. So, anyway, let me just. I don't think XRP is going to be the winner. Virginia, I believe that as a believer, I know that any kind of new world order will be temporary. No doubt about that. Yeah, Chuck, I don't know. I really don't know what the plan is. Um, I would think that all of crypto's, the way I think about it from a logic standpoint, all of crypto's um, value is centered around Bitcoin. That if Bitcoin were to fall, then digital assets would fall as well. So I feel like Bitcoin is going to have to be the great stable coin, the great valuable thing. Okay? Jacques, yeah, I don't know. I mean, those stable coins are going to act like fiat, right? Everybody's going to be trading against, those stable coins, but how they work and whatever they're going to do. Sorry, just reading some of your comments, guys. Sorry. We got the move out of the diagonal here, guys. That's a good sign, and it's impulsing, so that's good. So that's the beginning impulse. Let's see if it continues. It's only the 1 minute chart, but yeah, there's good divergence in the 5 minute chart. That's an excellent sign. We've broken structure on the 5 minute chart. That's excellent. My short is in profit, barely, but it's in profit. Looking good. Looking good. Didn't break the top of that wave, which is fantastic. I would like that if it remains that way. This might be the first wave, guys. Wave one beginning right now of the dump. It's possible. Probably not XRP. XLM is free. Does the same job and it's free. Yeah, Cardano is Ethereum's rival, so everybody's betting that Cardano will rival Ethereum and start making its way up. So yeah, that might be one of the winners. But there are going to be a lot of losers, guys. A lot of losers. A lot of your crap coins. Yeah, XRP is too many fees, and I don't even know all the deal behind it. But they're probably going to kill XRP. XLM is better. Huh. Probably right, new as far as Doge. Yeah, I don't know. See, I'm not an expert, guys. That's where my knowledge fall short. I'm not an expert in how the cryptos work and what they're good for. Hey, Lammy, what's EVM? Mainly because it's free. There's no fees associated with it for the banks. I was talking to a banker about it. He was like, "Yeah, XRP is just costs too much for them to do business." But XLM, on the other hand, it's free. Ethereum virtual machine, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, ETH seems to be the big winner, but that's what Cardano is. Everybody's betting that Cardano might rival ETH. So definitely. So yeah, I don't know anything, guys. Like I said, if you ask me about the fundamentals of a particular project and how they work and what they're good for, I do know that Monero is a privacy coin, and I'm just not schooled on all that stuff. I really don't have a heavy interest in understanding it all. I probably should, to be honest with you, but I'm just really good at reading charts and trading, right? So. That's what I'm offering you guys. I'm helping you with a look on where the market is going based on what I'm seeing. So that's what I'm here offering for you. But I'm not going to be the guy explaining Cardano and how it works and why it's better than ETH or whatever. I was told by a banker that XRP won't last. XLM is going to be the one of the future. Again, I share that from another person. Yeah, Cardano may be that new. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I'm not the guy. I don't know about Zill, whether it's gonna be the winner or not. It's hard to tell. Getting a nice impulse off of on the 1 minute chart here, guys. Is that a flat? Is that part of a flat, or is that the end? Let me look on the 30 second, see if that was a nice ending diagonal there. I see that as 5 waves finished. This is a new wave. So if I'm correct, I would expect to see a 3 wave pullback and then a continuation wave. Okay? Hard to read. Yeah, sure. George Shepard. Hard to read my fibs. Okay. So what time frame do you want it on, George? I'll give it to you. Sorry. I'm just generally giving you direction right now. But if you want targets, I can help you with targets. September 24th. Perspective changer. I will look at that. Sure. Yeah, as an impulse to the downside. 5 waves. The 1 year chart didn't show a 1 year chart. You want the daily? This one? Yeah, this is that's what I'm looking at. Seven down here is down here is 17K roughly. It's the 1 to 1 from the top here. So if I pull it, let me pull it a little bit more carefully here. 16.4, 16.5 is the 1 to 1 extension. 24.2 is the 786. So there, 786. Do we get down to 6,000 again? Yeah, lots of commenting in the chat. I can't keep up with it all. Sorry guys. I'll do my best. You want an hourly line? Somebody asked me to draw Bernard. Yeah, some people are looking at this. Some people are looking at this as a diagonal, right here. That this is 1, 2, 3. We're going to get 4, and then 5. So some people are looking at that as a diagonal. I suppose it's possible. I'm not a big fan of that count, but that could be a diagonal. That would be a leading diagonal, and that would be very bad again for Bitcoin. That would mean down, but that would be a delayed down. We'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same targets down here. We just have a different 1, 2. That's all. That's the difference. Andrew, I'm just saying that 6K or 6,500 is one of the fibs. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. Eddie, I don't trade off of M's and W's and such. I use Elliott structures, so. And that you may be right, Eddie. You may be right, but yeah, and that would be in line with. Yeah, I don't think it's going to hit 52, but that would be in line with basically a diagonal of 1, 2 like that. Yeah, 16.5 is the 1-to-1 if it gets down there. Yep. All right, so I mean, this is kind of a trajectory, guys, of where we might be heading. Whether we have a leading diagonal here or we have a 1-2-1-2 up here, time is going to tell. Time is going to tell. Big triangle? No, I don't see the triangle. Triangle didn't come up to the 786 retrace, and it doesn't have the shape. So no, I don't buy the triangle. But I know why people think that, but I don't. It's not a triangle. It's crazy. People think it's a triangle, but it's not. Yeah, kaleidoscope. I've already kind of given that count. Rewind it so you see my Moon Boy count. I don't believe the count. I don't think the smaller time frame structure supports that count. That's why I haven't presented a whole lot of time on that one. Yeah, I've got a count. I got an Ultra Moon Boy count kaleidoscope that gets up to 100K from where we are right now. But I just don't think that the small time frame structures are supporting that count. Oh no, webcams chat's here again. Tag on it. I'm reporting you. You're reported. All right, guys. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. Let me take a peek at ADA here for a little bit. So I'm looking at the possibility here of ADA coming up to this region here, at least to the 786 or to the 1-to-1 before we get a big dump. So I don't know how that's going to affect Bitcoin. The overall count I have for ADA really, really sucks, to be honest with you. I tend to want to say that after we get this bit of a dump here, we're going to get a bit of a pump. That ADA needs to go up. This structure here is very, very odd for ADA. I'm seeing down first, then maybe up as a flat. This could be A, B, C. Oh. And that could be preemptive for a larger move. My problem is correlating that with what I think Bitcoin's doing, so I'm not sure. If that happens, then I really am kind of seeing the diagonal play out. In fact, this count on ADA supports the diagonal on Bitcoin. That 1 hour, there it is. That we're actually going to get a move up to here. This is going to traverse up here a bit more. Okay. And before we get this move to the downside for our fifth wave. Once we get this, so we're going to go up a bit, just a little bit, and then down here to this trend line. And then we're going to get a three-wave move back to the upside out of that before we get our big dump middle of next month. So that makes some sense, actually. That does. I actually kind of like that, to be honest with you. I actually like this diagonal now. I didn't like it before, but I'm actually leaning to that now. And correlating that with the ADA, it makes sense. So when we look in the small time frame on ADA, you can see that, where are my fibs? You can see that I've got a flat here. I'm looking for this range, the 1-to-1 or the 127. So I'm seeing up a little bit more on this chart, on the ADA chart. And then I'm seeing a bigger move to the downside on ADA. Like this. Now, if that happens, that's going to be a 535 down to this region, which would then correlate with my three-wave up, a three-wave down, and then an up move like this on ADA, which would be that would correlate with this two-wave of BTC. It's about the same size and the same time frame that we'd be watching. So that makes a lot of sense, guys. I'm really actually gravitating to this count. It actually makes more sense here. So looking for maybe this to go up and to finish this range, and then maybe down for 5, down quick. Still going to get a dump, but then we're going to go up for 3 more waves. Or actually, it's going to be 5 waves here in ADA. And that's going to correlate with Bitcoin coming up and hitting this trend line, okay? This would have to become an extended flat. Now, that may or may not play. We'll see. And then this comes down in 5 waves, hitting this trend line here. And then we go up in 3, but it'll be 3 big ones. So it'll correlate with the ADAs going up in 5. So I really kind of like that correlation, guys. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think that may correlate with XRP too. Let me check it, T. The problem is I have XRP finishing about here. Let me zoom out on XRP a little bit. With XRP, I really like this as an ABC to the downside. ABC to the downside. And we're waiting on this C wave to finish. I'm having a hard time with XRP. XRP, guys, has got me a little flustered. There was some hidden bull. Now there's hidden bear. The hidden bull already played. Okay, so we got the hidden bull right here, but now this has come up, and you'll see it. Now we've got hidden bear working on the smaller time frame. Let me just go back to BTC on the small time frame just a minute. Yeah, on the 1 minute time frame, we've got hidden bull here. We'll see here. Hold on. If that's 3, then this is going to come down. $150 of you watching. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're just kind of looking at all the charts and just correlating the market and seeing what we think might be happening soon here. Lots of good TA on Bitcoin and Ethereum and ADA, wave structure analysis. And that's been done already if you want to rewind and catch that stuff. But my most recent ideas here is that if we come up and tag this trend line up here, and that's a big if. Okay, we could, and if we do, then I'm looking for a good short down here to this area down here, okay, which is about 37, 38K, 37.6, something like that. And that's the big dump that we'll see tomorrow. But in likelihood, that could just be part of a large leading diagonal, which is followed by a 3-wave pullback that gives us another bit of a chance to make some money there on the upside before the real big dump happens mid-October. Now, the way that may play then with DXY, how would the DXY... Anthony Flores, yes, I'll get to Zill right away. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate that. So looking at the DXY, ultimately, I'm looking here at A, B, C. Let's keep our comments respectful, please. I don't mind if you have an alternate view. Just keep them respectful. Thanks. Let's talk like adults, please. So I'm looking at DXY coming up here, but remember I said that DXY could come down here first and give us this wave right here. And if that happens, that means we'll end up having a pump in Bitcoin. So what, man, guys, I'm really thinking this, the diagonal's the play. Man, I'll have to make I'm really thinking the diagonal's the play. I really am. I think we're going to get a dump first and then a pump. So it'll be a quick dump and then we start pumping up for this wave. So I really like this count. I didn't like it before, but I like it now because finally this count is actually allowing me to correlate all the charts, and they're starting to come together for me. So I would like to see this wave come up a bit more, just a little bit more, okay? And then come down very fast as an impulse. Okay, get down to right down here to about 37, 30, 38K. Knew I wasn't really talking about you. I put somebody in timeout because their comments were ridiculing me, and I didn't like that. But if you can talk all the disrespect you want about the Rothschilds and those part of the New World Order, go for it, because they're evil people that that make money off the backs of people dying, and that's just reality, and I don't like that at all. Now I'm just talking about in general. So yeah, looking for a move down to 37. Not moon, but there'll be a good three-wave pullback after that. A good three-wave move back up if that's the case. Okay. We can love our enemies and do good to them, but he did not condone, and he spoke harshly to evil men. I haven't forgot you, Anthony. Don't. He spoke directly to their faces and called them father. He says, "Your fathers of the devil," and he called them what they were and let them know, and then he went to the cross to die for them. So, understanding one thing to identify evil and call them such, and to love them sacrificially is another completely. It's another category there. A lot of people have a hard time with dichotomizing those two. It's challenging for sure, but I think we have a right and a if a man walks in my house with a gun, wanting to harm my family, I'm not going to love that man with gestures of kindness. I'm going to protect my family, um, as I should, understanding, and I'm going to fight against evil people, and work against them. But I'll do it from a standpoint of love, right? But I'm not going to condone. All right. Okay. Anyway, looking for a down move, but a little bit more up, maybe, if we're gonna get up and get that trend line or not. That's a big question mark. So, guys, that's gonna make or break this, guys. So here's what you're gonna want to watch. Watch and see if tonight do we get any more pump, and does that pump take us up to this trend line? Okay. Now, if we get a bit of more pump, more than I expect tonight, up to the upside. If we get one, does it go past this trend line? Does it break beyond it? Because that's going to kind of mess up our diagonal formation here, or does it just come down from here? Because if it just comes down from where we are, there's a chance that the diagonal might not be in play. But the diagonal could be in play if we stop down here and then maybe we have a three-way pullback. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it makes a lot of sense to me. And it allows me to correlate the ADA chart as well as some of the other charts as well. So I've already personally taken profit on my long. I'm going to let the rest of that wave play out. If it's going up, if it's going up, great. And I'm looking to short. I'm actually short right now, but I'm going to give it some room here to play. To come on down. I know it's going to come on down. It's just when and how is the big question mark. It often goes where we expect it, just in a way we don't expect it. So we're going to wait and see what happens right in here. And then I want to see what happens down here to make my decisions whether I take profit on my short or I hold it for much deeper levels. So we're going to have to, but my favorite idea that I presented is this diagonal right here that allows us to correlate what I'm seeing happening here in 88 up tonight, then down tomorrow, and then tomorrow in a couple of days, and then we're going to work our way up to the upside for a bit of a pump before we have a big major dump in the middle of next month. So that's the way I'm looking at things, guys. I like that analysis. Okay? Yeah, make sure that you enter with good risk management. New, please, please, please. Anthony Flores, let's look at ZIL. Thank you for the gift. I appreciate it. Let's look at ZIL. You want that against the USDT, buddy? Yeah, I'm active. I'm actively short right now, guys. With my first bullet, I usually divide my positions up into 2 to 3 bullets. That way, if I'm not quite exact, if I miss the top a little bit, I can add to it down the road. If it goes into profit and I hit the top, then I just add on the first pullback. All right, let's see what ZIL is. Okay, it's the same chart, my man, same chart as Bitcoin. So it's following Bitcoin, so that's good for you. So let it just keep track of the Bitcoin chart, and you'll be doing fine here. Watch out for this leading diagonal. Looks pretty plausible here. Okay, possible leading diagonal here. So if that's the case, again, we're looking at this maybe as maybe. Something like that. Might get a little bit up tonight, maybe. Okay. But I really like, but if it doesn't, so watch the shape. If it comes up here, it could fall back down. So see if that plays out. Okay, just like Bitcoin. And then if that plays out, then what we're doing, we're looking for a three-wave move out of that before we go down again. Okay? So that's what you'd expect. Now, if this thing just falls off the cliff right now, this thing falls off the cliff now, this is not a leading diagonal. And guys, that's the same for Bitcoin. If this thing just falls off the cliff right now, especially if it breaks this trend line down here, we're not dealing with the leading diagonal. We're dealing with the other count that I shared with you before. Okay? So just understand that. This thing could just come on down from where we are. Let's look at the small time frame on ZIL. That wick is just crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm going to ignore it. I mean, this looks like... One, two, three, four, five, right there. It looks like a flat to me, guys. It really does. Boom, boom, boom. Watch 8.2 0.087, 0.088. Watch those areas. One more high before we get a move to the downside. I don't know that it's going to make it up here based on this wave structure. Now, it could go up like this. It could finish this wave structure like this, come down for 3, and then go up 3 again. And if that happens, you'll have a big 3-wave move up to our target zone. And then you get the big dump. What's up, Giannis? Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Your liquidation is 68K. We're not going to 68K on Bitcoin before we go down. Oh, new in the Discord. Okay. Sorry, man. I thought I recognized your name. Charles Hopkinson? No, I'm not related to Charles Hopkinson. Hey, there's High Desert Garden. Haven't seen you in forever, man. Forever. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I might have missed your answers. I'm gonna have to check them out. Um, yeah, you're not gonna get liquidated. I don't think it's not going to 68K. So I think your short is fine. Be prepared for some upside. But hey, Anthony Flores, does that help you out for Zill? All right, very good, very good. So it's really the same things at stake for Bitcoin as Zill, the same chart pretty much. So all the TA for that. All right, Ryan, you got to get in the Discord, dude. Telling you, man. Yeah, I'll hit Polkadot for you as well. Let me do H bar real fast. Guys, any requests I take at this point is going to be very fast, okay? Interesting. Don't have the same flat in H bar. Don't have the same flat. I mean, we kind of do, but kind of don't. I mean, if this is right, then we're looking at something like this, maybe. Get up here to these regions here. Golden zone retrace of this move. This is an impulse to the downside. 3-wave pullback. Once that 3-wave pullback is done, once that 3-wave pullback is done, look for another down move. And that's going to correlate with Bitcoin's down move as well. But that's what I'm seeing on H bar, buddy. All right, let's check DOT. Four, five. off the top, what do we got? One, two, 3, 4, 5. 5-wave ending diagonal looks good. What if this goes up here like that? What if dot goes up like that? I'm having a hard time seeing this one. Having a hard time finding the correlation. This could go down like this. W, X, a little bit more up, then we get Y. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And that would correlate with Bitcoin and ADA. And then we get a move like that. And then a bigger move down. I like that for dot. I like that for dot. Let's watch for 3 waves here. That looks pretty decent. Yeah, I think in the short in the like tonight we might have another move to the upside here to finish this wave out. Maybe once that's finished, looking down with Bitcoin to go down, and then once Bitcoin, so this correlates with this move. So we come up in Bitcoin just a little bit to finish this wave, come down, and then we have a 3-wave pullback, and that correlates right with dot. Was what I'm seeing for dot. A little bit up, then down, and then up. So maybe that's a way to correlate these charts, guys. Maybe that's a way to correlate the charts. I like it as a potential. As a potential. So if it goes down from here, that's off the table. If it goes down, breaks this low, and continues down, obviously it's more bearish. That we're going to look at this as a 1, 2, and we're going to look at this as a much deeper wave. There is hidden bear on this chart, so I like the idea to the upside, but it could go down. I don't know. You're gonna have to trade it on the smaller time frame and watch the smaller time frame. I'm really curious to see what happens to Bitcoin. Does Bitcoin traverse up here to this trend line or not? Really interested to see that tonight. Or does it start dumping from here? And so that's the big question mark for me right now. Did ETH ever break the top yet? Nope. Nope. We got an ending diagonal. We got a 5-wave move, and now we're getting a correction. Boom, 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 like that. Looking for more downside there. Um, Unless this is some kind of a wave 4 right here. But if this doesn't 3-wave on us and it comes up and breaks the top, then this was a wave 4, and that diagonal isn't correct. All right, guys, I think I'm done for the night. It's pretty good TA. I feel pretty good about what I've given you. and you can apply that across the rest of the market. Um, if anybody wants to super chat a request from this point, I'll take super chats for chart requests. Other than that, just apply what I've given to your chart, and you can see the same things taking place. But it's been 2 hours, been pretty good live. I think it's a good place to stop there. I like so. Just in summary here on Bitcoin, which is going to apply to the rest of the market. Watch what happens here. Do we get this diagonal shape, or does this just kind of come? Does it just come down from here? Those are my two main ideas right now. But still seeing a downward wave sometime early this week. Okay, whether we go up a little bit tonight and get up to this trend line or not, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. That's the big question mark for me. So still seeing down. Okay, does it come down and keep going and the ultra bear count, or does it come down just a bit with a pullback and then we get a big move down? So next month. So I'm leaning more to this count. I like this. This just so you know, this count takes us into the middle of October. Okay, before we have the big major dump. So I mean, it's a month away. That big dump that we're talking about is a month away, but we're going to have an immediate dump here now. So anyway, we'll have time to trade that, and then for whatever else you want to see. So my pleasure, Jay. Thanks for being here, Crypto Fever, and everybody else. I'm glad you guys joined in. Thanks again. With that said, I hope you guys have a great night, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.